Oh my God, that's trash. Freaks, in 15 minutes, you will be able to jump higher. So I'm gonna be testing my vertical jump right now, and we are using a jump mat. Now, I'm gonna do my first test here. Don't judge me too much. I ran 5.5 miles this morning at like 5:45 in the morning, so my legs are a little tired. I'm gonna try to do this with good technique. I'm gonna do 3 jumps, and then we're gonna go through the entire workout that you can do in 15 to 25 minutes, and ideally, at the end of this video, my vertical jump's gonna increase. So first test is, oh my God, 26.7. Holy shit, that's trash. Oh, that is bad. Okay, 2 more. Ooh. Okay, 28.8, little improvement. Yep. Holy shit, I'm seeing stars right now at this very moment. So we're gonna go through this workout. We're gonna get it done. I'm gonna wake myself up, and I'm gonna execute a higher vertical jump than that. 28.8, bad. So now we're gonna break down everything that you need to do technique-wise to improve your vertical jump along with the actual workout. So what we gotta look at is we're gonna be testing our vertical jump, okay? This is going to be measured through 3 different possibilities. Through a vertical jump mat, okay? So this is an electronic sensored mat where you jump, and then when you land, it tells you how many inches you have jumped. You can also use a vertical jump stand, which is gonna be that touch point, okay? So you'll measure here, you'll jump as high as you can, and you'll hit little markers, which then spin around, and that can tell you how high you've jumped based off of where you've touched. Now, when we're going to execute that jump, we have to look at first, the counter movement. And so the counter movement will be when we dip, create a stretch shortening cycle, and then we'll jump back up. The counter movement can add quite a bit to our actual vertical jump test. The next aspect after that counter movement is going to be using that arm sweep. Try to pay attention to how your athletes are actually swinging their arms, because oftentimes those that are a little bit less coordinated have a little bit of a rhythmic issue with timing their counter movement with that arm sweep. And so we want to see that timing of the hands coming through as the hips start to extend. When you're doing this in testing, rest 2 to 4 minutes or 2 to 3.5 minutes. That'll give you ample enough time to recover and then lead to a bigger jump. But the biggest factor here, we have to have good technique. So we want to look at the proper counter movement distance. We don't want to go too low. We don't want to go too short. We have to coordinate with our arms. We have to extend as much as possible. We want to land dorsiflex, and we want to take the proper rest period to achieve that big vertical jump. As always, we're gonna be giving away a free Swole shirt, and all you have to do to enter into this giveaway is 1, make sure that you comment down below. 2, make sure that all of your channel notifications are active to Garage Strength. 3, show up to our Tuesday public live to find out if you won this Swole shirt. Now let's improve your vertical jump. All right, so we always have to warm up if we're trying to get something done. 1, caffeine can help you quite a bit, but 2, you've always got to get on the PVC pipe. We've got to wake up our feet. We've got to wake up our nervous system. We've got to potentiate our proprioception, and ideally that's going to give me a higher jump. So we're going to go PVC pipe walks, and we're going to try and have, with caffeine, I would recommend about 1 to 2 milligrams per kilo of body weight. So if I weigh 100 kilos, which I do, I would have about 2 milligrams per kilo of body weight. That would put me around 200 milligrams of caffeine. If I want a little bit more, I can play around with that number and try and get a little bit higher. If I'm more sensitive to caffeine and it really hits me hard, then I would be a little bit lower, around 1 milligram of caffeine per kilogram of body weight. So we're gonna do the PVC pipes 3 times through. The next thing that I wanna do, we're gonna use our Powerlastic strength band. I wanna go easy here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. So we're gonna go 3 to 4, like boom, 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 and then 3 jumps. And then we're gonna get into something really sweet here. I wanna do a unilateral warm up here. So I'll get the bar here, and I wanna come under right here, and I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3. Oh, here, 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna go through that 3 times. It shouldn't kill me, but I should start to feel freaking good. I'm cultivating my power, baby. You start to feel a little bit warmer, you start to feel a little bit more pop, a little bit more rigid, and that's gonna help you achieve that greater level of a vertical jump. So we use the warm up to start waking up, to start to feel really good. I'm starting to feel a little bit more energy. I'm not as flat. I was feeling a little bit flat there, but that's a big purpose around the warm up. Now we're gonna get into specific strength exercises that are gonna really help us with that vertical jump. What exercises could that be? And of course, you know our channel, technical coordination movements. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you a technical coordination exercise that is built tremendously well for the actual vertical jump. And there's a reason why, and you're gonna see this here. We talked about the counter movement jump. Okay, we talked about that being rhythmic. And one of the big aspects around vertical jump is flexion into extension, understanding how to propel yourself vertically for that specific test. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna demonstrate how to do that with an actual barbell. So we're gonna here, boom, go here, boom, 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 bah. Pump, pump, snatch. So the pump comes here, you're gonna reload just like you would in a counter movement. What we talk about and what we use inside of our app, Peak Strength, is technical coordination exercises specifically geared towards your sport, specifically geared towards whatever you need to be more explosive, to be more coordinated. It's gonna help with that peak force. It's gonna help with that rate of force development. So we utilize technical coordination movements on leg power day, even on impulse day. And these are all aspects that help you produce a large amount of force in a short period of time. Now, we can also use some other exercise replacements. Another fantastic aspect of Peak Strength is you can select, I don't wanna do that 2 pump snatch, even though you should because it's gonna increase your vertical jump. I wanna do something a little bit easier. Let's say I'm training at Planet Fitness. Well, what I can do is a dumbbell jump, okay? So I'm here, 3 sets, 3 jumps. React as quickly as possible. Focus on a minimal amount of ground contact time. Quick counter movement, explode back up. Inside of Peak Strength, we have that exercise replacement. We also have, if you're a little bit hesitant to use those technical coordination movements, we even have technical videos that you can select and look at how can I become a little bit better at hitting the snatch or at hitting a hang power clean, whatever it is that you need to do to become a better football player, a better basketball player, a better soccer player, a better field hockey player, a better baseball player. All of those things are inside of the app. So head over to peakstrength.app, the Google Play Store or the Apple iOS Store, and you can pick up our app for 7 free days of training. And during those 7 free days, you're gonna get 5 free workouts. That's 5 free workouts with easy access to freak training. Now, the next thing that we can do after we hit the pump snatch, I would prefer to avoid the dumbbell jumps if I'm doing the pump snatch. So you're gonna do pump snatch, you're gonna rest about a minute, minute and a half. And then we're gonna do a heavier version of the squat into jumps with the Powerlastic. But we're going with the HAF band this time. The first time we used the strength band, we're just sort of waking everything up, trying to feel that position. Now we're actually getting into the HAF band. This is gonna provide me about 60 to 80 pounds at the top. Oh, so I'm here, 1, 2, 3. So the big thing is that as you're pulling down, you've got to be here, boom, go back up as quickly as possible. And you guys know our tagline is cultivate your power. I think one of the big things that I'm feeling is that power deep inside of me, I'm trying to bring it out. I'm trying to bring that out while I'm going through this workout. That energy I'm trying to bring to the surface so that I can have that intention to move as quickly as possible with this heavy load so I can hit that higher jump. So we've gone through the warm-up, we've done a sweet strength exercise or a group of exercises. Now we're getting closer to the test. I'm starting to get a little anxious because I can see that thing right there and I'm starting to think, I have to start using movements that are gonna get me to emulate that position. The first thing that we're gonna do at high speeds is gonna be simple, just like this, boom, okay? That's a depth drop. If I'm landing really, really stiff like this, that's not gonna help me with a large amount of energy. If I'm plopping all the way down here, that's not gonna help me execute a nice counter movement. We've gotta find that sweet spot. So we're gonna go here, boom, okay? Now, you can do this for 1 or 2 sets just to feel that counter movement, that force absorption. This is one cool aspect here. You can go here into a broad jump, okay? So you're gonna be projecting yourself horizontally. But again, it's all about the counter movement. The chest will change because we're doing a broad jump. So when you get that athletic fitness, if you want that program, you've just got to be aware it's a little different from the vertical jump. Boom. I'm going to do one here where I go vertical, and then I'm going to give you a sweet replacement. Don't fall off. And this box is about 10 to 12 inches. Just, yes, there's crazy fitness videos that I've seen of guys doing depth drops from like above that area, like 8 to 10 feet. Great, cool. If you want to develop freak athletes and do it consistently, That stuff is not how you're going to get a whole gym filled with 200, 250 athletes to the next level to become freaks. Here, now, boom, okay? So that's gonna mimic very closely to a vertical jump. And what I like to do then is I can record this on my iPhone and I can go back and I can see, am I dropping too low or am I dropping, staying too stiff, or am I actually using my arms well? I can gauge my arm sweep. That's the one benefit that we have now with all the technology, is that we can look at it from the side and see like what can we improve, and then we can even do that inside of the vertical jump. So we're here, boom. Now that replacement, let's say you don't have a box. You could just go out on like a park bench, you could go off of a curb. One easy replacement would be a tuck jump that's repeated. So you gotta warm up, you could do here, boom, almost like a skipping jump for a first set. And then the second set, now we're gonna do a tuck jump, bring the knees up, land, and really start to coordinate with that arm swing. And this is a little bit more of a challenging exercise. And athletes that are not as strong or not as explosive really, really struggle with tuck jumps. So we're gonna go here. So that's another great example of something that you can do before you get into that final test. I'm gonna rest about 3 to 5 minutes. I'm gonna set up my iPhone on our tripod. I'm gonna analyze these jumps, and hopefully I can at least get over 30 inches. So we'll see. First series of jumps. Swing, extend pretty well here. Leaving my chest a little bit forward. Just a hair forward. That little float time. Now this is the dorsiflex position here that we wanna hit as we land. And I do actually plantar flex a little bit there as I come down. So, and then I absorb. So I would say actually there with my chest, I need to do a little bit better job of projecting my chest more vertical, which is actually pretty similar there. You can actually see my feet here from takeoff. See, I'm here and I start to creep forward. There, you can see I'm losing a little bit by creeping forward and not having that chest projection. Just so right now when I'm thinking about this, I might actually feel like I'm jumping vertical, but I'm going forward. So I probably should try and make it feel a hair like I'm jumping backwards, and that'll probably iron everything out there. So I wanna get over 30. I hit 28.8, I think. I wanna try and think about a little bit more projection backwards because I'm drifting forward. So if I think backwards, it's probably gonna level me off there. 29.3 is an improvement, but I'm jumping to the freaking side. Okay, so I've improved by about about a half an inch right now. Maybe like a minute and a half here. I'm like jumping weird, like on different angles, and I really want to get over 30. Oh, forward, why? 30.2. Yo, these bunnies are bigger than yours.
30.2.
I gotta go one more because I'm like jumping like sideways or forward.
Swing those arms straight up, man.
I know, I'm trying to, well, I'm going forward and I'm actually trying to think like jump backwards, so I'm going forward so much. Oh! 31.3, bitch. Yo, they might as well, I'm just gonna go up to 39, 1 inch for every age. That makes no sense, 1 inch for every year, Dean. 1 inch for every year. So we added 2.6 inches in a matter of about a 15-minute workout. You guys can try this today. Get out, make sure you do that proper warm-up, make sure you have that proper technique. Use your cell phone, your Android, whatever it is, your iPad, anything to try and figure out what's the best technique. Head over to peakstrength.app, the Google Play Store, the Apple iOS Store. You can download Peak Strength for those 5 free, easy access to freak training workouts. Because remember, freaks, if you want to become a champion, you've always got to cultivate your power. Peace.